Welcome to another gorgeous day on planet Earth and another day of Dose of Did You Know, where intriguing, inspiring, unique individuals come to talk about love and life and how it has brought them to where they are today. I'm your host, Danny Rocco, and with me is the beautiful, talented Melissa Quinn Fox, which I like that name. There are some names I'm just like, that just rolls off the tongue, and you were blessed with it. I mean, you didn't even have to make it up. But how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. So before we get going here, tell the world a little bit about who Melissa Quinn Fox is.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm a singer-songwriter. Started singing in church when I was little and made my way through, musical theater and college and singer-songwriting. So I'm currently living in Washington, D.C. area, Northern Virginia. And I'm a singer-songwriter down here. I play a lot of shows, and I play some shows up in Pittsburgh, too.
All right. So I got to ask, mostly country music, right? That's what I've heard of when I listen to you. By the way, people, I got to put the link in here after because I got addicted to the song so much that my husband's like, seriously? Can you put something else on your Spotify? I'm like, no, I really want to learn the words. I'm totally into it. But Washington, is that or DC rather, is that do people listen to country there? I'm a country girl and I'm in New Hampshire right now, but is it popular in DC?
I would say so. This is a lot of different types of music in this area. Northern Virginia definitely has a lot of country fans. So I play out within an hour or over an hour away sometimes. So it's out in the country. So people definitely love country music here.
I always wonder that because when I came to New Hampshire, a very long time ago, they're like, because I came from the South, and they're like, oh, we don't play country music. I'm like, what do you mean you don't play country music? It doesn't stop. This isn't the 1700s where something stops on the line. So I was just curious. Now everyone listens to country. I feel in our soul, we were just cool back then, and we're bringing it up to the north. That's maybe
I actually worked at Canopy Lake Park in New Hampshire for a summer after college. So I don't know if you're anywhere near that, but it was really fun to be in that, only half an hour from Boston. So we did song and dance shows during the day, some country shows during the day, and there was an Elvis impersonator there at night. So we were the backup singer. So it was a lot of fun.
That is very close. So I'm on the seacoast, which is right there. And when my kids were in school, that would be one of their what do they call that when your kid goes someplace? Field trip. Oh boy, that's how long my kids have not been in school.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? So tell me, what made you say this is what I want to do? I know you grow up and it was probably part of your life, like you said, in church, but then why do it? Was it always something inside you that you just loved? But I feel like there's a when people have a talent and then it goes from hobby to actually shoot, I'm performing and putting out singles. There's something that goes on.
I think I just always had a deep connection with music that just made me feel so many things all the time. I was the girl with the CD Discman on repeat on the song that I loved. So it's just overplaying it, falling asleep to it, just songs that just really hit me, whether it was alternative or pop or country. I just always was drawn to music, and I always wanted to just write great songs, and I loved performing. So I did dance lessons when I was little, I did musical theater, and then I studied musical theater in college, but I just love being on stage. I love performing for people. I love seeing them smile and enjoy it and just have a little bit sunshine in their day, just help them have a better day a little bit. It's just I've always wanted to do it. So I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, because I have put songs on repeat, but I don't have that talent that goes behind it. I'm the person that my kids cry when I would sing to them, be like, please, just can you read me a book and not sing me a song, Mom? So there is definitely a gift. But when I was talking to Lori Beth yesterday, and she said, when you give, and it's something that we should remember, that when you give, you're actually receiving. So do you feel when you're giving that music, it's a little healing to you? There's something more than just you lighting up a crowd.
Oh, definitely. I feel that, when you give, you definitely receive. So everything's about gratitude in life, I think. And that's how I think of things. the more you say thank you for just opportunities. Like I'm so grateful for every opportunity I get to play anywhere, for big or small audience. I'm so grateful to meet all these people that come to the shows and just, you know, make a connection with them, hear a little bit about them. They hear about me and they follow me around, and it's just so overwhelming. I'm just so grateful that people are that interested in my music and just can all get together and have a great time. So it's definitely so rewarding for me. Just couldn't imagine not doing it. I just couldn't imagine ever not performing or singing.
Life without performing and singing. That is one of those questions. Like, if you were to be given $1 million, would you give up this passion or this purpose that was put on your heart? Would you?
Definitely not. No, no, definitely not.
Right, because you can always earn $1 million, but you can't. Right. You can't replicate that.
Anything. So
that piece, yeah. What was it like? I've never had this happen, and I've never asked anybody this question, actually. The first time you saw a familiar face, that you had that realization that, wow, these people actually are following me to hear what I have, you know, my voice. Yeah. What was it like?
The first time I think that happened was I was working at a cheesecake factory in Pittsburgh, and this was years ago when I started singer-songwriter. I created my own band in Pittsburgh and like had played around, and I was working. Like I played a show the night before and was working afternoon shifts, waiting tables. And my table, I think I just delivered food to them, was like, wait a second, are you Melissa Quinn? Because I was still Melissa Quinn then, but and are you Melissa Quinn? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I was telling you about her. We saw her last night. And it was just like really crazy. Like it just made my whole year pretty much, you know, just to be recognized that early on. They just complimentary. And it was just amazing feeling.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having that feeling of that, like, wow, I made that much of a difference in someone's life. You know, even if it was just pleasure in your feelings. Yeah. That is so cool. Do you still get that same wow feeling now, even after all these years?
I do, yeah. This past Monday, we played at a really cool brewery called Vanish Brewery in Leesburg, and afterwards, I come out to talk to everyone, and I just have people just like, can I get a picture with you? Like, and just it's like kind of like, why does he want to do that? And it's just so sweet. And then they're like, I was like, oh, you've never seen me before? Oh yeah, we follow you around all the time. And I try to remember people's names. It's really hard, but it just blows me away that people would just, you know, follow me, love the music, and have a great time. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, especially to be so humble about it. Where do you get your inspiration to write? Is it your life's, or is it something that comes to you? And I want to know the process that you do it, because so many different artists do it in so many different ways. And I, being ignorant, always thought it was like, you had to do it this way, and this is the standard. And I find out it's different for everybody.
I'd say definitely just what I'm feeling, things I'm going through, just emotions. Like I'm just such a big feeling person, very sensitive, very connected with other people's feelings. I think always, you know, wanting to make other people happy. And I just think it's just thoughts and feelings I put down into words, sometimes catchy lyrics and lines, usually more lyrics than music. So I hear songs that I love, and I love the melody and like, you know, what they're playing. But for me, it usually starts with the words.
With the words, and then you put it. Do you ever bring people in to help with the music side of it, or do you do all of it?
For the first one, well, actually up until like a year ago, I was doing everything by myself, but I found a really amazing producer here in Virginia. His name's Todd Wright, and he has like a program called Half King Music. It's like an artist development business. So he's amazing. So I took the two songs I released, Walk Away and Give It a Try, to him, and we kind of picked it apart a little bit, made a few changes. So he kind of enhanced it. It helped me bring out like some cool licks. And but other than that, like nothing. I've never sat down with somebody and wrote from scratch, which I'm looking forward to doing that in the future with Todd and other songwriters. So normally it's just been from scratch.
Just you. Melissa Quinn Fox right there up front and in your face. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have found other songwriters before this, because I feel like I put it on the back burner for a little bit. I always sang, performed my whole life, really, but I finally within the past year put it first, put myself first, my career goals first. I do have a day job too in sales, but slowly like it's like shifting, like which one's more full-time, which one's but I just like I don't want to put it in the back burner anymore. I just want to focus all my attention and energy on my passion.
I do love that because I feel God puts things on your heart, like, and it's perfectly placed. Like you could be dabbling with it. It could be, here, there, or just an idea. But when it becomes so heavy in your soul, I feel that's God speaking to you. Like, okay, this is not the XYZ. This is bigger. And also, I believe, and tell me if you think the same way, because I could just be crazy and this just could be me, but that's when it's going to really bring the impact out, not just in your life, but into who you're supposed to touch and change. I mean, do you agree or not? I don't know.
I do. I think that, the more I opened up and realized what I should be doing, then the next I meet somebody that's amazing, and then we have a great connection, and like we help each other, and then it's just like the next person I meet somebody else, and another opportunity opens up. It's just like a chain reaction of, love. I mean, it's pretty much all love. Love and like gratitude and just like good feelings, like good vibes, like helping people get. I just want to help everybody I can, and I want to inspire like little kids that come see me. That's like another big thing. Is just the little kids that come and watch you, and just, I hope that they take something from the show, that they're inspired, that they can do anything that they want to do too. Because a lot of people think it's scary to get up on stage like that, but for me, it's not. But for me, like this is scary. Like little things, like certain things are scary for me. Certain things aren't, but it's just to be an inspiration to anybody is a blessing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you ever because I get fear all the time, just even like, recently with this kind of transition and this move and my life is shifting a little bit. And I get this, like, it was placed on my heart by God. I know this is the right thing, but there are times when I'm just like, is this the right choice to do? Oh my goodness, gravy. Do you ever get that feeling? Because I feel like you're so confident, you're moving and this and that. And
oh, I definitely do. I think that everybody has that little voice in the back of their head that tells them like, you're not good enough, you can't do it. And I struggle with that a lot. I think I did like my whole life, which it took me so long to release originals because I've been writing originals for a while, but I just finally was like telling that voice to shut up, like, it's like, just, you have to get out of your own way. And I think that was just my biggest thing. So I have those moments still, but you have to just take them and realize like, that's just a feeling, a thought right now. It's not true. Like the proof is in the results. I've been playing like so many shows and rebooked, and I'm so grateful for that. And people love it. And it's like, I have to tell myself that like, you're doing a great job. You have to be your own like coach. You have to self-talk yourself every day. Sometimes, no matter how, much praise you get from people, it's like how you feel about yourself is most important. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else or bring your best out to perform for people.
I love that. That's so like giving such confirmation of like what you think, and what you say, either external or internal, is really what you believe. And it's okay to have those doubts. I mean, we all do. The most successful, talented people do. We're human beings, but I like how you said that. It's just a thought in that moment. It's not your reality. And
you just have to see what you want in your mind and keep going towards it. I'm like a big believer of that. And like writing it down, putting on the wall, daily affirmations, and just saying thank you for every single great thing that comes into your life, or the struggles that like help you learn, push you. Like I had this moment, well, I don't think I sounded that great on that song, but you know what? I'm human. Like I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like you just have to like just keep pushing. So that's what I've really been trying to do this past year.
That's also a great point in just life in general for those out there. And this kind of happened the other day in mine, is that if you make a mistake, like you see something, you need to like reflect, because you always want to grow. And if you don't look back on what you did, you can't grow into something you're going to be.
Right.
But don't get stuck in that mistake, or if you hit the wrong chord or you said something silly, or I don't know, whatever it is. to recognize it so you can change it, but then don't stay in that moment, because then you're
just backwards. Let it go and, you know, keep moving forward. So otherwise you'll never get anywhere. You have to like, just, you know, I think it's amazing that you do this every week. You know, you're so like open and opening yourself up to everybody. And that's amazing. I really like admire that. And that's something I'm trying to open up more. Like on stage, like it's different. It's just like a different animal, like performing on stage versus like talking like this. So it's definitely something I'm working on too.
Isn't that funny how externally it just everything looks the same, right? You're out in public and it's all, but like I do the same thing. If I'm in a environment, I have to talk myself up to be like, don't be a fly on the wall and just look around and observe everybody, because I'm such a people watcher, you know, interact and do those things. We have to I think when we do things, it becomes habit and becomes easy.
Right.
Or it's natural. And you can take that same behavior, put it in a different situation, and it's completely a different animal inside you.
You just have to get used to it and like work towards that same goal with that different aspect.
Well, I can totally see why you are achieving so much, why Michelle kind of put you in my forefront of my mind and said, you guys need to connect and all of this stuff, because or Keith, rather, not Michelle.
Keith, yeah. Keith Caraway.
I'm like, I don't know why Michelle came out to my mind, because she always does my music. But Keith said, you gotta meet this chick, because it's not just your talent, but it's how you live your life and how you think that really, I believe, is adding to the success that you're having. So important for people. Well, for me, I'll just say me. So important for me to hear.
Yeah. I mean, I think people are drawn to people that have a lot of drive and dedication and they're hardworking. And I started working when I was like 14. I told him I was 15 just so I could get a job. I just wanted to like be independent, help my family. You know, I was always been a hard worker, so independent. So I finally was like, okay, no more messing around. Music is number one, other than my family, and I'm just gonna, you know, just be just like, you know, hustling every day to try to get a little bit further, book another show, you know, do something amazing like this with you. Great opportunity. So I'm just gonna keep at it.
Seriously, I think it's like hard work. You are definitely a hard worker. I think you're open to what is being placed in front of you from, you know, from God, just being like not letting your fears, and super courageous. Like that, I believe, is your secret sauce.
Yeah.
I'm going to mimic your secret into my own world. Those three things. It's really amazing. So I hope you don't take that. Maybe you're living it, so you're just like, it's just natural. This is just who, you know, I am, but it's pretty damn cool.
Thank you. I think everybody needs to just let themselves enjoy successes more, you know, not just be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You know, like you should celebrate yourself and, you know, with your family and friends, like things that you've worked hard for. So I'm trying to enjoy it and not compare. You know, comparison's like a thief of joy. I think like don't compare yourself to anybody else. Like don't look at somebody else's Instagram and be like, oh, I'm not doing as well as them or their Spotify or whatever. So you just have to like stay the course, stay positive, and just work hard. So
yeah, that's so true. That comparison thing is evil. I mean, you have your family, you have your love for God, your love for life, love for your family. That's all that is important. Then success will happen. It just does. It is. It's happening. It's like it is, and it'll only grow. So before we close up, and before I ask you my last question, I know you are going to play for us, which is, I love this song. I hope everybody else loves it, because I love it so much that my husband is sick of it. But
my husband's probably sick of it too.
Yeah.
Did you have a question, or do you want me to play first?
I want you to play first, and then I'm going to ask you your question.
Okay.
My last question to you.
I'll probably just do like a verse and a chorus. That's okay.
Yeah, give us a little tease.
Get back to my day job too. So it's called Give It a Try. I wrote it several years ago when I was in DC dating, trying to find my way in life and love, and just had no luck really dating down here. It was just kind of transient area. And so I just kind of wrote this, like, why not give it a try? I mean, it might work, it might not. So it's kind of the story behind the song.
Oh, now before you start, now I'm like, now I got to have you back on and hear the story of how you ended up with your husband after this song. But that'll be part 2.
Okay, can't wait. It's not too loud, is it? We came out of the gate running just like that. 0 to 60, no time flat. We felt so much and we felt so hard. Now you're scared I'm gonna break your heart. Well, baby, this life is short. We don't have time to waste. We know this might be new, but don't run away. Let's give it a try. We can follow the fly. We can do what we want, make our own rules. We've got nothing to lose. Let's give it a try. It's a little
Yep, that's it. That's my favorite one right there. So I'm going to put the link from Spotify right in there. People, you guys can click it. You can hear the whole version of the song and get just as addicted as I am to it. So yeah, I do. Now I'm uber curious about after that song, how long it took to meet your husband. What was that like? Okay, but
maybe next
time. You have to wait to hear this.
I have another song out called Walk Away. I just released actually last month too. So check that one out also on Spotify and Apple Music. And I have another one coming out hopefully next month called I'm Through. So just trying to get all the music out there I can. And
yeah,
it's a really awesome feeling.
Oh, I love it. Well, follow on Spotify and then it just pops up. Isn't that how Spotify works? Yeah. I'm hoping that's how it works because that's what I rely on it for, to be like.
Yeah.
But before I let you go and continue on with your day, I ask that you answer this question with the first thing that comes to your mind. You don't even have to explain it, just like, boop, out it goes. In this moment right now, Melissa, what does love mean to you?
It just means like the air you breathe, like it just feeds your day, gets you through the day. It's like life, it's lifeblood, it just helps you be the person you are. So, I mean, I don't know where I would be without the love of my family and friends. And love of music and sharing that love of music with friends and my bandmates. So I think it's just what you live. It's something you live every day.
I love that. It's the air you breathe. That was the first thing that you said. And I'm like, so that's it. That's so true. That was like, might be the best answer ever, including my own that I'd give myself every day. What a pure heart you have. Thank you so much for sharing just a little bit of who you are, a little bit of your talent, a little bit of like what makes you tick and have the success in life and love and your career that you do. Thank you so much.
Great experience. So I really appreciate it.
Oh, you are so welcome. And to everybody else out there, remember as always, love hard, love pure, and love proactive. Until next time, take care.
Take care. Thank you.